Alrighty, so I need to make bias tape. I've got this fabric that I was using before. It's already cut on the 45. So I can just keep that going. And I want to do it about 2 inches in. Wow, that could have been done better. Just keep cords away from roly things. All right, let's try this again. Yay! Alrighty, so now we have all these strips and we want to sew them together. And they've got these little 45-degree angles on there, which looks kind of scary and hard to deal with. So you want to imagine what it's going to do when you open it up. So for example, if you sewed them like, let's say like this, and then you open it up, that gives you what you're looking for. Also, you want to imagine, say here's your stitching line. So you want these points or these areas to overlap with these areas. Right side, and when I open it up, I want it to be like this. So that means I sew it like this. So we're just going to double check, open it up. Yep. We're imagining our sewing line like that, and imagine it along here as well. And we want to make sure that those points intersect. So there's going to be bits that hang out beyond that. That's okay. We just want to have it so that these intersect with each other. So double check when we open that up. Yay! So we've got little corners to cut off there, but that's fine. We're going to do that. When we're all done here, we'll iron these open like that. Alrighty, so I've just finished ironing my seams open for my bias tape. This reminds me, if you're like me, you want to kind of get every millimeter out as you can, and so I did only a 1/4 inch seam here. Bad idea, you end up fiddle farting around with that. It's much easier, just give it a good 1/7, 1/2 inch, and you're good. So this here is our bias tape maker. So what we want to do, so let's make sure we have, okay, so this is right side. So we want to feed this in. So this is our right side and this is our wrong side. So now we're going to iron that. Getting it started can be easier said than done. But then there is a bit of a knack to it. And what I like to do is once I have that started, I like to pin it, there we go. And then it's just a matter of doing this. Want to keep it as even as you can. Now, if you have like rumples or something, personally, I don't really worry about it because generally I don't worry about this kind of stuff, but also there's going to be a lot of ironing and sewing and whatnot going on that I wouldn't worry too much. This is just kind of getting you the gist. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this down the full length of the bias tape and being careful when I get to seams because that's a little tricky to get through, but it'll be fine. Alrighty, so I'm near the end. I just want to show you that sometimes when you go through where a seam is, it just kind of pops out nasty. So just kind of close it up and do it by hand. There you go, not a problem. Don't stress terribly much. Most things are recoverable. And this is just ironing. It's not like we're cutting anything. All right, so that's that. Now what you want to do is fold it and try as best you can for those edges to be perfect, because the end of the quilt is going to go in there, and you eventually, if you're doing it the way I'm going to do it, I want to have some top stitching going there, and I want it to go evenly through both. If it's like this, the top stitching is going to be flopsy there. If it's like that, it's not even going to go through. So now we go and iron all this as closed as we can. You can probably tell by the light, it's getting dark. This does take a while. Alrighty, I'll get back to you when this is done. Alright, so here I'm done. I've finished folding my bias tape in half and ironing it. And as I went, I just kind of wrapped it around this, well, it's a coaster actually, just so it can sit and cool in this shape. Just kind of, you know, when you're curling hair or whatever, you want it to cool in the shape you want to keep it. So that's done, and now I can put it on the quilt. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking and subscribing my channel, and maybe checking out some of my other videos. Thank you. See you soon, Lee.